Yeah, let me get it.
Pedigree, 1, 2, 3, brought to you live by the champ. A last ride straight to hell, a tombstone, a choke slam. Here to give it to you raw. This is Wrestling with Savage. Smackdown, hold the title. This is Wrestling with Savage. What?
Wrestling with Savage begins now.
Welcome to Wrestling with Savage. We're here now with Jay. Dave is going to join us in for the next show because he doesn't watch NXT, so he wants no part of this. And tonight, I can't really say that I blame him. NXT started off tonight, I don't know, just not good for me. Jay, how are you doing? And what did you think of the opening of NXT tonight and like just the general direction of where the show has been going the last couple of weeks?
All the fans been sending me letters. They like, please come back. We need you to review. It's been going on the last few days. And let me tell you, it's been one hell of a roller coaster. But let's start with this NXT. Let's get into the beginning. I did not enjoy it at all. The new NXT North American Champion, Carmelo Hayes, alongside with his boy that can't wrestle, Mr. Trick Williams. I did not enjoy this promo. I don't think Hayes can really get a crowd reaction if you just take a look at how he spoke. He's too well-spoken, and well-spoken along with the flamboyant lifestyle of how Mellow Money is, it just doesn't go. And this promo didn't go for me. How about you?
Yeah, I wasn't a big fan of the promo either, to be honest. I mean, NXT was opening up with a video package reminding us of NXT in Your House. They were telling us, they were talking a lot about the word status. The status of the Creed brothers, the status of Carmelo Hayes, the status of the women's wrestling division, the women's champion, the tag team champions. And then, of course, the status of the NXT champion. Then we got into the segment where Carmelo Hayes comes out as the new North American champion with Trick Williams. They're running their mouths, just cutting really bad promos. This was bad television. Bad use of time. Trick looks weaker every week. Because he comes out, he looks like he's an intimidating guy. He looks like he could beat up Carmelo Hayes. And then he's the mouthpiece. To me, the mouthpiece is somebody shouldn't look like somebody that can beat up the person that he's talking for. It's weird. And now I know he's not better than Carmelo Hayes. Carmelo Hayes is like night and day between Trick Williams as far as wrestling goes. But did you even want to see this keep going? Why are they? What's gonna happen with Hayes? Is he gonna pass this threshold, or is this it for him as far as mic skills go? Do you see him on a Monday Night Raw? Do you see him on a SmackDown, or do you see him out of the company?
I see him as a jobber. I see him as someone that's going to be a long tender with the company and to basically be the person to just fill in whenever needed. So that's how I'm seeing it, because I don't see the promo skills improving. This is the second time around. This is supposed to be his big moment. I'm going to actually say this, and I'm going to say Trick Williams had a better line and promo than Carmelo Hayes, and Hayes had more time on the mic. I see Trick Williams as a good manager if he just proves a little bit on his promo skills. We all know he could take bumps like crazy, so I'm not worried about that. And most managers like Trick Williams that are, let's say, a non-experienced wrestler gets hit in the face and could take a bump and could sell it. He just needs to improve a little bit on the mic as well. They both do, and if this is how it's going to look like moving forward, I think I want to see a new North American champion in Solo, and Solo try to save this promo, and he did. But unfortunately, it wasn't enough. And then they bring Waller, which was a big surprise. It was a big pop. It was a big crowd reaction. Still couldn't really save it. I'm going to just give this whole thing a 1 star just for Solo. Overall, I think he tried to save it as much as he could, but he really can't do nothing when Mello really Mello doesn't miss, but he really missed tonight.
Well, this whole thing didn't even make sense to me because Solo comes out and He did actually make some good lines tonight. You know, he came out second grants. He's like, you know, but I got next. This is NXT 2.0 where we do less talking and more fighting. I'm going to keep it short and sweet. Everyone knows I got next for the North American champion. Solo says, look in my eyes. You don't see any fear. I got your number. Like, I thought that was all good. Like, he looked good. But where I didn't like it is where it went off the rails. Grayson Waller comes out. What business he even has out here right now, I don't know. I guess it's setting up their match with, you know, we'll talk about who shows up later tonight, obviously. Grayson Waller comes out, says, who the hell are you, Oos? You ain't famous enough to have Solo's, you ain't famous enough to have Hayes' phone number. And even if you did, you're going straight to voicemail. You shouldn't get opportunities just because you want one. I don't care about your cousins, your uncles, whatever, man. You're called Solo because you have no friends. I actually thought that was a good line, too. I was like, okay. But I didn't know why he was even out there in the first place. It just didn't make sense. Solo says, newsflash, shut the hell up. And then what I didn't like is that he tries to actually fight 3-on-1. Like, it's just dumb. Nobody even comes out to have his back. He just sits there, gets his ass kicked. You know what I mean? Like, he got a couple of shots in, but at the end of the day, he got his ass kicked. Everybody leaves. I thought it made him look stupid, like even trying to fight 3-on-1. Like, you know, it doesn't make you look brave.
Doesn't it remind you of someone?
It reminds me of a lot of
Braun Breaker.
Yeah, no, for sure. Braun Breaker, dumb.
Same thing.
Yeah, we'll see what's gonna happen with Braun Breaker, man. Overall, yeah, I'm not even gonna rate that. I wouldn't even rate that. There was a video package of Josh Briggs versus Von Wagner, which was going to be coming up next. We get a video package of Tony D bossing around Santos and, you know, Phantasma, the tag team over there. And then he tells Santos, hey, you have a match tonight. All right, whatever. Why this storyline is even wasting fucking TV time. But after seeing some of the botches tonight, I understand why this fucking segment is wasting TV time. Because if they put more wrestling on right now with the roster they have, the botch fest would be even fucking longer and worse. So they have to put fucking bullshit like this on TV. Next, we get the match with, by the way, what do you think? You have anything to say about this whole... What do you want to see happen to Tony D? Is he your slice of cheese, or should we just throw him in the trash?
He should be thrown in the trash.
Thrown in the trash, right?
He's just a parody. That's what it is.
At this point, it's getting kind of pathetic. Like, the fact that this is even still going on, you know, I didn't like anything tonight from Tony D. At all. At fucking all. Next, we get a match, Von Wagner versus Josh Briggs. Wagner quickly asserted, trying to take control immediately. Briggs ended up hitting 2 big slaps. And then, like, completely misses one of these punches. Like, I mean... So fucking bad. Like, blatantly bad. No contact at all. You can see he's obviously... He's not committed. Because guys that are committed, they're going to hit the other guy in the face. And whatever happens, happens. You do your best to not kill the guy, but you do your best to make it look fucking real. And if the other guy can't respect you for that, or, you know, he can't handle business appropriately, then he shouldn't be in the ring. Both of you guys should be trying to hit each other in the face without killing each other. That's the fucking mission. But at the same time, making it look incredible. That's what it should be about. And these guys don't get that. Von Wagner can make a couple of things look incredible. But his shot game and his in-ring work is fucking brutal. Fucking brutal. Briggs is brutal. Henley comes in, distracts the ref. They try to play a classic heel spot. Brooke Jensen slides him, the arm cast, apparently it's not broke. Briggs nails Wagner and picks up the 1-2-3. I gave this a half-star trash segment. It wasn't even a match, it was garbage. It was garbage. What do you say?
So, I was very disappointed because I was looking forward to this match.
Really?
I was enjoying the Von Wagner last 2-3 weeks of how he was taking over NXT.
That's a good
I really
point.
saw him as the future. I like the fact how Robert Stone's name just changed tonight to Mr. Stone, and Sophia came out as well. So I thought that was a nice thing. But overall, it wasn't even a match. It was a bunch of hits that were missing, a bunch of hits that hit, and basically a bunch of horrible big boots coming from Von Wagner and coming from Bridges. there wasn't really much going on except for the cast, which I didn't like the finish at all. Like, what's going on with that to be a 1, 2, 3? It's just horrible. I give this no rating. It's just very disappointing on Von Wagner. It just makes him look very, very weak.
Yeah, I 100% agree. It beyond makes him look weak, and it doesn't even make sense because like you mentioned, they spent so much time the last couple of weeks going out of their way to make this guy look like an absolute fucking beast, and then you let these fucking hillbilly gimmick motherfuckers that can't even wrestle come down and put down this guy.
He has the look.
Yeah, he has the look, but like, why waste all that time building him up just to break him fucking down again? Like, it doesn't make fucking sense.
Well, he was off his game tonight.
Off his game. I don't think he ever had a fucking game, but whatever. After this, we get a match. Santos is told he's going to have a match, It's going to be Nathan Frazier versus Santos Escobar. Match starts off with some really good wrestling, actually. Good spots, fast-paced action. Obvious aggravation from Santos because Tony D is not only ringside, but he is on commentary, and he's even telling Santos what moves he should or should not be doing in the ring. Probably the most annoying thing someone can do to a professional wrestler. During picture-in-picture, Santos was working on Nathan's back. We saw a modified Boston Crab. He was using the ring post to add more leverage on and all over the steel stairs. He applied another modified stretch on the other ring post, which actually was some pretty good heel work by him, and that wasn't being displayed in full picture, which I thought was a waste. People aren't going to really get the main picture of what he was trying to do there. But then you have Escobar with a nice diving missile attack. Nathan hit a really nice standing moonsault. Escobar had a beautiful knee to the face. Stack slides in the crowbar. Escobar wants nothing to do with this at all. Tony D starts trashing him on the mic. And Jay, you want to finish up what happened next? I'm sure you know. And then tell me what you thought of this. It was like, at that point, the match was shit. Like, the second they started getting involved, right? I mean, am I wrong?
Well, the finish was crap. I mean, I didn't get the crowbar. I get the honor. But overall, it was just crappy finish. The Phoenix Splash on Frazier was good, but there was really nothing else going on. Frazier had some good moments. He had the flying forearm. He had the running head scissor takedown, which was really, I thought it was really quick.
Yeah.
That was impressive. He has that speed, agility, but overall, the finish was just horrible. I don't like Tony D's crew coming out ringside and just messing up. This was hell of a match, and it just got ruined with the finish. So I'm going to just give it a 2 because I was actually impressed by Frazier, and he hasn't impressed me a lot, but he impressed me tonight.
I actually gave the match a 3-star because I thought these guys, excluding the whole Tony D situation, these guys were putting on a clinic of a wrestling match up until where Tony really got involved in the match. And that's where it just goes south because I don't like this guy, number one. And then number two, the extension of the storyline with Santos is ridiculous. Like, Escobar's a great talent. He should be doing his own thing, running his own shit, and this guy, Tony D, should be in the unemployment line looking for work. And until that happens, I'm not going to be, maybe he doesn't have to go to the unemployment line. Maybe he can move home with mom.
He's the Don.
He's not the Don of anything. He's the Don of nothing. He's the Don of absolutely nothing. And Italian Americans everywhere should be fucking disgraced by this fucking guy's representation as a Don.
2-star. I really thought Frazier held his own tonight.
Well, that's good to hear. I'm glad that he's turning on you because I like Nathan Frazier. I think he's a good worker, and obviously he's a little small, but he does remind me of like a young CM Punk, a young, who else? Like a young Billy Kidman. He does have like the young Billy Kidman style, quick, fast, electric moves. His entrance has been electric from day one. He's got that on lock. I think that entrance would look sick at a WrestleMania venue, and I think the kid has that little factor, man. He's gonna have, like I said. He's going to have a following. I don't know how big it's going to get, but he's going to have a following as long as he stays healthy, right?
We'll see.
Got to stay healthy. Got to stay healthy. Got to stay hungry. After this, we have a interview with Xeon Quinn. He comes out, says, I beat Wesley. I beat his ass for 4 minutes, 57 seconds. And another 3, he pulls like a little trick out of his ass. And you call that a victory? Where I come from, we call that luck. Next match versus Wesley, he will get knocked out. Do you agree with this statement? And are you a Zion Quinn guy? Do you want to see him do things?
I'm very high on Zion Quinn. I think he could be one of the faces of NXT when Braun Breaker basically leaves. Him and Solo could really carry that company in the men's division, but they've just been putting him with, clowns and joke shows and guys that are 100 pounds less than him, like Wesley, and now we're going to see a rematch next week. And if he loses, then I don't know what's going to happen from here on out, because there's no way he should lose twice.
Yeah, I don't think so, unless they make some other kind of crazy addition to the storyline, or I don't even know where they're going with this whole fucking thing, because none of these guys are like in a title picture.
It looks like it's going from Zion to Sanga, but once again, I want Zion to come out strong if it goes to that
I'd
direction.
like to see that match. Sanga versus Zion would probably be a surprising match that would put a lot of people on Raw on fucking notice.
It's coming.
A good one of those guys could be a great replacement for the Nigerian Giant. Right? Like, am I wrong? Like, absolutely. Great replacement. We should get that out there. Anybody out there? Hashtag replace Omos. Tonight. We got to make that movement real. Got to get him off Monday Night Raw. Don't bring him to NXT. Send his ass home. Anywhere where that is. After this, we get a video of Braun Breaker. We hear from him next. Promo from Braun Breaker. In your house was a battle, but no way Joe Gacy was taking away this championship from me. NXT is a special place. This place is special. And Jay, I have to agree with him, because after the shot of the crowd that I saw, I agree that place is pretty fucking special, all right. You know what I'm saying? That crowd looked pretty fucking special to me. All 400 of them. Actually, probably more like 391. I saw a couple empty seats over there. Somebody couldn't show up tonight. NXT Performance Center was obviously rocking. They love Braun Breaker. He's doing, they're popping for him because he's talking about them. This place is special. They're all like, yeah, this place is great. Everyone wants an opportunity at this championship. Question is, who is going to step up to the challenge? This was, to me, very disappointing, because now we're going to go from the Nigerian Giant to the Nigerian Prince, right? Wasn't this guy just like the Prince of Africa or something? Came out with spears and all that shit like they were doing. Craziness. Now he's back in NXT. He yells he is back. And he's been demoted, I guess. This is a demotion. It's the only way I could look at it. It's not a bump in pay.
It was good to see. It was very surprising, but it is a demotion.
It's a demotion. I mean, but the thing is, he can probably take over in NXT right now, because, I mean, he is Apollo Crews, and Apollo Crews is a fantastic wrestler.
I don't want to see it, though. I don't want to see it. You don't want to
see it. I mean, to me, it's like he had his chances, no?
No, he never had. He's true about what he said tonight in his promo. He really was moved quickly to the roster, which I didn't like as well. I thought it was too fast. I think he should have stayed a little longer. And I think this is a demotion. And if
he didn't have his chance in NXT, but who gives a shit about NXT when you've become Intercontinental Champion? You've competed on Raw. You competed on pay-per-views. I mean, you have action figures everywhere. I mean, do you understand what I'm saying? Like, this guy's face has been on fucking video games. He's been around the block. This is 2016. We're talking a long time. That's almost 6 years, over 6 years. He's been wrestling now for the company. And he's been in the main roster for 5 of those years. So, to all of a sudden, be back in Florida, trying to pretend to put a fucking smile on, because, he doesn't have a guarantee that he's going back to the main roster after this. So I don't know what they're doing with this whole thing with him. Because I like Apollo Crews, but they've rebranded him so many fucking times for no fucking reason when his original gimmick was the best. You stick MVP with a guy like Apollo Crews right there. There you go. Then you can have a sick rivalry with, Bobby Lashley. But no, let's stick MVP with this fucking 7'4", guy that can't wrestle. He can't fucking sell. He can't fucking talk on the mic. It's dumb. Apollo Crews could have had a way better program with Bobby Lashley. It's upsetting to see all the mistakes that are being made creative. But what are you going to do, man? It's just fucking sad. The match was trash. We were talking about before with Zion. The ending was trash. The last match, I didn't like it. When Wesley got the win, his last match with Wesley was just fucking a joke. So hopefully when they do fight again next week, it's a good match. And I think, like you said, Zion will come up with a win. Braun Breaker, again, comes out. We talk about Apollo Crews. He's coming out. Apollo Crews back. Whatever. Big fucking deal. Video package from Tiffany, Stratton, and Roxanne Perez. They're talking about their upcoming match tonight for the breakout NXT Women's Star. We get a promo from Joe Gacy, quickly babbling about maximizing our platform every week, and our message is more important than any worldly possession or symbols. Now we can focus on your progression. You are the Dyad. You will be an extension of me, and you will compete in the ring for the very first time next week. So, what do you think about that?
Excited.
I couldn't even be less excited. You know why? Because as soon as he said, you're an extension of me, all he said was, you're an extension of a loser.
I'm excited. I want to see who it is. I'm curious.
These guys are going to be just two green noobs, right?
Like the Creed brothers. I could keep going on naming names that are greens.
Creed brothers are green, but they're good green.
Still green.
Yeah, but it's a good green. It's a green that you want to keep seeing flourish into gold, which they already have some gold around their waist last time I checked. Match, Tiffany Stratton versus Roxanne Perez. Should I let you take first one on this, Jay? Would you love that? Because I know
first of all, this is one of the pillars of the NXT 2.0, Roxanne Perez. First of all, don't forget she has beaten 15 women to win the first ever Ring of Honor champion, first ever Women in Honor Women's champion. Let's not forget about that. But let's not forget about this match. It's not even about Roxanne Perez. It's more about Tiffany Stratton. How impressive was her tonight? I could keep going on the performance. There was one part I didn't understand. Maybe you could help me out. It looked like there was some miscommunication between both women. Where basically Perez was trying to Irish whip Stratton. It looks like there was some sort of hesitation on Stratton's part. It looks like when she had her on the ropes, she didn't know exactly what to do. As you can see, she went more diagonally, and then it seemed like they were on cue. So it was just a little miscommunication there that I didn't like on the match. Stratton worked on the left arm most. She was impressive with that standing moonsault on the left arm on Perez. Really, the real MVP is really Stratton, even though she's not getting the win. She was really impressive. Her facial, she was selling. Her timing was great. I wouldn't even recognize if she was green, to be honest, if you put her in a match like this. Roxanne Perez was very green tonight. I did see a couple botches like that, but I did also see a couple things that didn't go quite right. She had this, I don't know if you remember, there was part where Stratton was laying on the mat and Perez had this weird, twisted kind of suplex, which I didn't understand. I still don't understand as we're talking about it. It was just so whole weird. It was like another miscommunication, and Stratton was just there like, taking it but not knowing how to sell or react to it because it was just coming off very bad. Just two of those things, I like the part that Stratton went for that top rope moonsault, but then, Roxanne hit the pop rocks, 1, 2, 3. I was going for Roxanne Perez. I said she's one of the pillars. She has that contract. I love the part when Corey J came out. Another pillar of NXT 2.0, let's not forget. And you can see that it's setting up the match. I love the part when Toxic Attraction came out. I love the part with Mandy Rose. Mandy Rose came very strong, especially fighting a clown this past weekend. She came very strong in this promo, basically saying, if you come against me, you will fail. It was very strong, very well delivered. I agree with it. I don't feel that anybody right now and anybody is on Mandy's level right now. It is all about toxic attraction, believe it or not. But overall, this match was pretty good, except for those botches. But I can't go high as 2.5.
I got you. Well, like some things I'll point out from the match. Obviously, the women locked up right away. You saw like traditional wrestling right away. I thought they went a little overboard with the wrist locks and the hammer locks and all that shit. But they were trying to show off the Tiffany's strength and Perez's speed, the way she was applying quick headlocks and quick submissions. The crowd at one point, actually many points, the crowd was chanting, "Let's go Roxy, let's go Tiffany." So the crowd was split during this. A very nice backflip by Tiffany. She looked, like you said, smooth the entire match. She went for a kick. Perez catches it, and now we saw like a weird spinning Hurricane Rana that was countered by Tiffany. Again, she looked good. Perez had one thing that I liked when she stomped Tiffany's fingers. I thought that was a good touch. Tiffany had a nice kick up that was done with ease. She kept control of the match for a lot after that. The one that was the big fuck up was when Perez countered the power slam, and then the girls just literally messed up for about 30 seconds. They didn't know what the fuck was going on. They were walking into the ropes. They were talking to each other. They were trying to talk it out. They forgot where they were in the match. Probably because they had to do like 25 different wrist lock combinations, and they fucking forgot. They forgot whatever spot they had. It was done. And I don't know who saved it. One of them just took control. It looked like Roxanne was trying to take control, to be honest, just to do something. Because it was bad there for a second. Really fucking bad. Probably the worst I've seen from both of them. But at the end of the day, like you said, Roxanne looked way more green than Tiffany. Tiffany looked like a complete fucking star. Even though she missed her elbow after she does her, 3 or 4 backflips. That
Kelly elbow.
Yeah, I guess she hit her with her back. You know what I mean? She definitely didn't get the elbow. But it looks so fucking nice. Like, you have to, like, give her a pass. Because you can see she's right there. She's at the threshold of greatness, this girl, Tiffany Stratton. She's going to not only be, if she doesn't have any injuries and any, people in the way, if she doesn't rub anyone the wrong way, because WWE is that kind of place. WWE is a place where if you rub someone the wrong way, you're over. Your career is over. You're not over in the good way. Your career is just over. At least there. So if she doesn't rub anyone the wrong way, doesn't get hurt, she will be a WWE Women's Champion. That's how good I think she can be. Will she get there? I don't know. But I think she has that potential. She has the it, the look, the moves, moveset, on the mic, good. Like, she's actually good on the mic. She's there, man. She's right there. Really good fucking woman wrestler. And Tiffany Stratton. Roxanne ends up getting the fucking win with her shitty fucking pop rocks that didn't even look that fucking good. Perez did not roll out of the way in time. Tiffany still landed on her with a gorgeous moonsault. But of course, Perez cannot sell that because this is not the finish. The finish is for her to hit her shit pop rocks and get the win, which I thought was the wrong call. But at the end of the day, when you're as talented as Tiffany Stratton, you don't need to win no stupid tournament like this to become a fucking legend in pro wrestling. So this tournament will not have any effect on her career. If anything, this will define where her career started. Like, you know what I mean? She's on the way. I don't know if you agree with that. I think you do.
I don't know where you rate this match. I didn't hear you rating.
It's hard to rate such a shit show. I mean, there was beautiful spots, but the botch they did, that like kills the whole match. Like, it was fucking that bad, I thought. It's a 2 at best. At best. And that's just being nice. Because even the stuff that looked good, it was still fuck-ups. She did the beautiful flips, no fucking connected shim with the elbow. Perez is supposed to roll out of the way of the moonsault, fucks up, still gets the win. I don't know. There was bad in the beginning, in the middle, and in the end.
I'm looking forward to the tag match, so I think it's going to bring...
That should be fun. Like you said, Mandy came out, Perez gets her contract, she's interrupted by Toxic, and Mandy Rose on the mic saying congratulations, all those long bus rides finally paid off. Your best friend next to you, soak it all in. This is amazing. You should be really proud of yourself. Enjoy this moment. Because unfortunately, it's all downhill from here. And she's probably not lying to Perez. I agree with that statement.
She's not, but the whole point is just to get Perez try to get over, and it's working with the crowd reaction, so it's working.
I don't like it at all. I don't know, but Tiffany Stratton's got my approval. And of course, Mandy Rose. But I'm calling Tiffany Stratton as the next person that's going to take the belt off Mandy.
No.
But not anytime soon.
I'm calling Cora Jade.
I hope not. I hope you're wrong.
It'll be a hater, man. She's the greatest woman ever. Woman wrestler ever.
I don't know. We saw like a fucking brawl from the girls, of course, before we go off camera. You know, Mandy's talking and talking. It was just boom, punch in the face from Cora Jade, and now the 3-on-2 beatdown begins. Here comes Indy Hartwell to even this whole thing up. We get a double super kick to Mandy, and then a really shitty big boot to end this whole fucking shit. Cameras catch something. Yeah, what's up?
It's crazy. It's crazy because she came out really strong, and I was happy until that big boot botch.
Yeah, it was bad. It was bad. Cameras tell us they catch something in the back. Brody from Chase U is now hurt, limping, whatever. We go to commercial. Interview with Wendy Chu is interrupted, and I thought this was where it was the icing on the cake for Tiffany Stratton. She played this off really fucking well. Wendy Chu is supposed to have an interview. Tiffany Stratton just comes in, fucking kills her whole time on the camera. Says Perez cheated. She wants a rematch, blah, blah, blah. Chu keeps saying, hey, and then throws a drink in Tiffany's face. Tiffany took it, sold it really well. We get a match after this, one-on-one.
Hey, hold on. I didn't even like it.
You didn't like it at all?
I didn't think it made Tiffany come strong. I thought it made her look like a joke. Like
no, it makes her look like she's a good worker, though. That's how I look at it. I get what you're saying, that it makes her look weak. In that aspect, yeah, you're right. Storytelling, it does make her look weak because she's getting herbed by Wendy Chu, and obviously they're going to have a match now that they're probably setting up for next week. But it shows me that she's a team player, though. They told her what they wanted her to do. They said, hey, we want you to lose to this girl. She took the loss.
I don't like it.
We want you to work with Wendy. I got you, boss. She's a good worker.
I don't like it.
That's all right. I don't like it either, but she's still a good worker. So, either way. After this, we get a match. I thought it was going to be a one-on-one, but apparently it's just like a handicap match. Prince from Pretty Deadly starts off versus Andre Chase. Then it just turns into like a handicap match. They're pretty much just beating the crap out of Andre Chase. We see a double-team codebreaker that was actually pretty good-looking. Brody's saying he needs to come out. Andre needs him. Obviously, Thea then comes out. She's going to be Andre's partner. She climbs on the apron, begging for a tag. They're just teasing her in-ring debut. Pretty Deadly taunt her. They get slapped in the face now. Chase with a Manhattan drop and a Russian leg sweep into a tag for Thea. But no, we don't get that because he doesn't want to tag her in. Chase U, he does like a spot now where I guess he's stomping the crowd. I call it the Chase U stomps. He's trying to do his own little creative thing, get the crowd into it. I guess it's over with the crowd, at least those 400 people. I don't think he'll get anybody else to ever do that outside of those 400 people. Yeah, it was bad. Now a tag to Thea was never made. They hit spilled milk and pick up the win. I gave this a 1.5 star. 1.5.
Oh man, this was so bad in all cylinders. It was bad before the match even started. It was a waste of talent to sign some 18-year-old named Thea that signed to Chase U, and you make her look like one of a dork that goes to Chase U. That's what she looked like tonight. I don't even want to ever see her in the ring. I actually thought she was going to get in the match, and it was just pointless for her to just stand in the ring post waiting for some tag that never happened. Andre Chase, I'm not a fan of his work. I'll say he got speed, he got timing, but I'm just not a fan of his work. I don't think he's anything real special.
No, he's nothing.
I think he's
special.
I just think he's more special on the mic overall, but there's nothing really going on with him. And this whole thing that went down, it just really wasn't really doing it for me.
You got to think, though. Do you think Just quick question, yes or no, I want to ask you. Do you think this whole gimmick is his idea or this was given to him?
It's probably his idea because everybody got to come up with their own. You know, I don't think everything is just going to be handed to you. So he probably maybe.
Well, sometimes they just throw gimmicks on people.
Well, not really. Let's take a look at Matt Stryker, who was a former teacher, and he used that as his gimmick when he was coming up. So let's not forget about that. It could be something personal.
No, 100%. But you know, they do sometimes just throw gimmicks on people, though. It does happen.
I think this is his, and they just tried to expand it by putting fake people in the crowd and chase you.
They're giving him they're giving him decent support, though. You know, for someone that is out of nowhere.
But even Pretty Deadly, who are experienced, they couldn't even carry this match. Their doubles, the spine buster into the net breaker was the only good thing in this match. But
yeah, that looked nice. Yeah.
I can't even rate this. I don't even.
Well, either way, I'll say this: Andrew Chase is still more entertaining than Tony D, which he had a promo with Carmelo Hayes. Tony says if you want this run to last longer than last time, you might want to fall in line. Trick says Carmelo is the sun and everything revolves around him. Tony says you better stay out of the way. I don't even know why I got to tell you guys this. You know, make a comment in the video if you never want to hear about Tony D or any match he's involved in ever again. Let us know if you don't want to hear this shit about Tony, because it's a waste of time. It's a waste of my breath.
It exposed both guys. They can't talk.
Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah, you know. Anyway, after this, we get a match with Alba Fire versus Tatum, whatever. They're squashing her. I like Tatum Paxley. I think she's actually a good wrestler. But no, let's just fucking sacrifice her to Alba Fire with a quick squash match. The only thing she did that was worth the shit is she actually did hit a pretty long distance senton. I guess I'd give her credit on that. It was long distance. Hits it. Looked like she connected. I didn't really take a close look at any replays or anything, but on the initial look, it looked like it connected 1, 2, 3. Alba on her way out. She's attacked by Lash Legend with a running knee. She's talking mad trash and straight up looks like Payless ripoff of Bianca Belair at this point. So, yeah, I don't know how I feel about Lash. How do you feel about Lash Legend?
I feel about this match. I don't really think it was a match. I think it was basically.
I didn't rate it.
It was basically showing off Paxson, who's the daughter of Santino Marella. So it was just basically showing her off. As you could see at the end, it was just respect. I still don't like that swanton. I don't care where she hits it. I don't think it should go.
No, I don't really. I'm not a big fan of the senton unless it's from Jeff Hardy.
Whatever her move was before to set up that swanton, that should just be the finisher, and it always was. So I would enjoy that more than the swanton, but there was nothing really special in this match. So
no, yeah,
I don't even rate it as well. But
yeah, I didn't rate it at all. I didn't even give it a 1, a 0. It was too quick and too pointless.
I did like Lash Legends coming out and hitting her from the back because.
Not me.
But I didn't see nothing special.
Not me. I don't care about Lash Legend at all. I send her downtown somewhere else. So she can find work easy. She's pretty.
I don't rate it.
Yeah, no rating. After this, we get a promo from the Diamond Mine. Strong says, "I know I've given you a tough time. We're all off us. Back to set. You guys did it. You guys won the championship. You rose to the occasion. You dominated. Congrats on being the new tag team champs." Interrupted by Idris Sanofi and Malik Blade, basically just trying to kiss ass to the Diamond Mine, wondering if they could earn an opportunity for a title shot. And then, of course, Creed brothers agree right away. Strong gets really upset. He's like, "You guys are weak. You already made your first mistake as tag team champions. You should listen to somebody like me. I've been champion so many times, blah, blah, blah." After this, we get a video segment of Giovanni Vinci. He's going to be on NXT next week, and we actually saw what he looks like. So, what are your thoughts on the Diamond Mine situation and Mr. Giovanni Vinci?
Whose idea? Excuse me. I don't know whose idea what is to put this guy as a solo. We've seen him already. This is the third missing piece in the whole Walter and Ludwig Kaiser. This is Fabian Archer. This was basically Kaiser's tag team partner from NXT. two-time champion over here. We've seen him wrestle. He has the strength. I always thought he had a good look. I just never saw him as a solo singles run type of guy. I more saw him as a tag team guy. So I don't know whose idea it is. I don't know whose idea it is to repackage him and saw him as a solo. We shall see. But we already seen him wrestle already. I already know what he brings to the table. Hopefully he has something new.
We're going to say, I remember a few of his matches, and, he was always impressive and stuff. He's a good wrestler. But yeah, like you said, he wasn't. Walter was such a star. It's hard to shine when you're standing next to that guy.
This was the guy I wanted to see come up from Imperium. This was one of the guys.
Yeah.
I think this was the third piece.
I'm surprised they didn't bring him up. To be honest, I was wondering. That's what I said when they first came. I said, "Where's the other guy?"
Yeah, and he's good. Let's not get it twisted. In tag team, I just never saw him as a solo single star.
Well, I guess we're gonna get some answers. We're gonna get some questions answered next week on NXT. After this, we get into the main event of the night, which is Solo Sikoa versus Carmelo Hayes and Grayson Waller. Apparently, it's gonna be a handicap match. Solo comes out, has a mic. He says, "As much as I want to kick your ass by myself, I bring someone who feels the same way." We get another match now. Instead, it's going to be Apollo Crews and Solo Sikoa versus Carmelo Hayes and Grayson Wheeler. Real quick, I'll give you the rundown of this match, and we'll grade it, and then we're going to end this show, and we're going to immediately get into Hell in a Cell and talk about who's probably going to go down as one of the most legendary wrestlers of all time, Cody Rhodes. We'll get into that later.
Maybe.
Maybe, yeah, there's always a maybe. Life is filled with maybes. It's always 50-50. Anyway, Apollo Crews was actually looking impressive, holding Waller for 30 seconds, standing suplex, which I even thought was a little excessive. Fans chanting Apollo, tag into Solo. Now he comes in, huge shots to Waller, including a headbutt. Hayes with an explosive spinning Hurricane Rana into a bulldog that actually looked real smooth. Now Waller working on Crews with some shots in the corner, followed by a snap suplex. Hayes fell down on a rollover. I don't know if you noticed that. He busted his ass a little bit on a rollover off somebody's back. I think it was Solo's back. Crews back now. We get a tag in to Solo. He comes in, cleans house, super kick to Waller, blind tag into Crews, flying cross body outside the ring, wiping out Waller and Hayes at the same time. We now go into picture-in-picture. Back from the full commercial, we get the headbutt from Solo to Grayson that inadvertently tags Hayes as well. Solo smiling. He grabs Carmelo, brings him into the ring, just, pulling him over the ropes. Obviously, Hayes is dumb for even holding on to the ropes, but it's a classic move. This quickly turned into a 2-on-1, where Waller and Hayes were actually really working on Solo as best as they could. We got a really shitty elbow off the second rope from Waller. I don't know if you saw that. That shit was fucking terrible. He looked like he hit him with, this part of his arm, maybe no elbow. The elbow was nowhere near connecting.
It's his move, man.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, well, he's so fucking green. I mean, he's greener than the crayon in my fucking son's crayon box. Oh, man. Real shitty.
Man.
Real shitty. Hayes misses the elbow. Really, that's what happened. Now Solo with the big shots to Hayes. Again, Hayes and Waller take control again, which I thought was they were... I don't know why this match even went on so long. It should have been a squash. Real bad knee strikes from Waller. Really fucking bad. He looks so exposed in the ring next to guys like Creed and Hayes. Crews finally back in the match. Hits a barrage of German suplexes, sending these boys to Suplex City. We see a stinger splash, a standing moonsault. This was broken up by Waller, the pin attempt. Crews then hits the big powerbomb, picks up the win. I gave it a 3-star because there were 3 stars in this match. But that's about it.
And I thought one of those stars was Grayson Waller. I thought his timing, his selling was awesome. I even thought when he came out earlier in the show it was awesome. But when he spoke, it was just horrible. For the first time.
Yeah.
But it was really horrible tonight. But overall, in the ring, that second rope, that elbow, baby, I love that. That's his move.
Yeah, but he needs to connect it more. It's a good move, but he needs to connect it more. And he's taking it.
Let's not forget the knee strike to Solo followed by the cross-arm submission.
How good
was that?
That was good.
That was a good combination right there. How about when he tried to go into the stunner?
But wait, was that during the picture-in-picture?
Which were you talking about?
That move that you're talking about, that was during the picture-in-picture?
No, that was after.
After.
I believe it was after.
But
overall,
I wasn't impressed.
Overall, it was impressed by me because of what I've seen the last few weeks. I haven't really been impressed. So I was impressed, but I was not impressed with the promo tonight. But overall, this match was pretty good. It was a little entertaining. I didn't like Hayes. I thought Hayes looked extremely weak throughout the whole show tonight.
Yeah.
I didn't like him in this match.
Yeah.
I thought Cruz stood out tonight. I thought
I was actually
made a statement. So I do give it 2.5, but I feel that the women's match should have been the main event, not this.
I fucking agree with that. I really do. I 100% agree with that. But yeah, Apollo Crews did come off looking like an absolute stud tonight. He's showing you.
Yeah.
Like, it was crazy how, like, exposed everyone in the ring was. Not just, those guys. Even Solo. When you see this guy, Apollo, in the ring, and he's like a certified WWE superstar. You know what I mean? He really is. And you can see the difference in quality of moves, movement, landing, just overall ring work. Great fucking guy. Hopefully
Let's not forget
get a run.
Let's not forget how Grayson Waller sold those German suplex too.
That's a good point. Yeah, absolutely. Someone's got to give him. Someone's got to sell him. He's not bad at selling shit. He just needs to get better at just delivering his moves, contact, and keep working on his ring skills in the mic
and his promo.
I think he's good in the promo, but like he needs more practice, obviously, so he doesn't.
I feel like
he needs work.
I feel like he has the right promo, but he has the wrong time of delivery.
He has the right attitude about like his gimmick though, like that heel. Like I feel like he can play a good heel. He might even become like a Miz that can maybe hopefully wrestle better. We'll see what happens. But what are you grading? What are you grading the show?
Another disappointment. I only give it 1.5, to be honest.
I'm giving it just a fucking 1 because there was a lot of shit that, number one, I didn't grade. There was stuff that I gave half stars to. The only real thing that stuck out to me for the whole night was maybe the fact that Tiffany Stratton looked incredible. And like you said, that should have been the main event because you've been building up this stupid match from last week, last month. This is like a month in the making. Like, what are you guys doing? Should have been a big deal. It should have been a big deal.
Yes, it wasn't. Yes, it wasn't.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't because you know why? Nikita Lyons wasn't in it. That's why. But to end the night, we'll be back. And hope you guys enjoyed our NXT review. We'll be back for NXT next week. We'll see what happens with Braun Breaker and Joe Gacy and his little fucking minions, and we'll see if they're worth this shit. Until then, we'll catch you guys next time, man. Enjoy.
Peace.
Let me get it.
Pedigree, 1, 2, 3, Frazier, you live by the champ. A last ride straight to hell, a tombstone, a choke slam. Here to give it to you raw. This is Wrestling with Savage. SmackDown, hold the title. This is Wrestling with Savage.